Hello First Wearers, the Star Beast just aired and it revealed the new interior, so here are all of my thoughts about it. So in case you don't know, at the beginning we don't see the interior, but it's presumed to still be the 13th Doctor's, just like it was in the Children in Need sketch not so long ago. And then throughout the whole episode we don't really see the TARDIS until the very end, so that's where I'm going to skip to and talk about. Although I just want to quickly mention that I really enjoyed this episode as a whole. There's a few things I'm not sure I like, but because there's still 2 more parts, I'm withholding that judgment. And also watching this live, it felt like half an hour, so I was really bummed out when it ended, but it also just shows how good this episode really is. And just for reference, I'm just going to throw in some TARDIS gameplay, because I don't really have time to fully edit this video. Anyway, let's get back on topic. The ending of this episode shows the Doctor and Donna going into the TARDIS to surprise Wilf, who's in a care home, and that's where it reveals the new interior. And before this, we've only seen it briefly from leaks and some official sources, but seeing it completely finished and in its whole, it looks so good. It's absolutely massive. It's a bit of a mix from the classic TARDISes with the white roundels and the walls, but also the 12th Doctor's TARDIS with the size of it and this rotor. Speaking of the rotor, I love the lighting and movement of it when the TARDIS dematerializes. We only see this when a TARDIS is going haywire, which I'll talk about in a minute, but it's so cool. But as I suspected in another one of my videos, this specific Who Spy image is a part of the console, which by the way looks really cool in itself. And this panel from Tales of the TARDIS I predicted to be a part of the TARDIS, and it is a part of the console, so I guess I'm just the best. Speaking of the console, there's just so many controls with so many different themes of it. There's some rustic elements with exposed wirings, but there's also some modern things, while having some classic levers and buttons. And we also briefly see some lights changing, and we know this would happen, because from the filming of Series 14, or Season 1 I guess, the TARDIS backdrop changed colour almost every episode, and I love the way it's done. And we also now know the context behind this quote from Russell, as during this end little scene, David ran around the whole interior basically, so I'm not surprised he got a bit tired, especially if he filmed it multiple times. To be honest, I was really worried that because the interior is so big, that it would just feel empty and boring, but thanks to the many ramps and pathways that intersect with one another, go up and down into hallways and just everything, I can say that I really do love this interior so much. Unfortunately, I did get way too excited when I saw these 2 images of David Tennant a while ago, and I suspected they could be a hallway system, and possibly even other rooms other than the control room. I'm not saying this couldn't happen, but from what I can tell, this is just a door to a theoretical hallway that doesn't actually exist. However, this does leave the opportunity to further explore the TARDIS in a future series, probably with Ncuti Gatwa, so I'm not too mad about this because of that, and also as the interior is just so good anyway, it makes up for it. And I also want to mention how much I love the unstable dematerializing effect on the exterior we see. It creates some sort of mini shockwave from the lamp, and you can see it actually affecting the area around it. It also just demonstrates how big the budget is now, because you wouldn't see that little detail with other Doctors. And also, finally, after nearly 6 years, the TARDIS returned to the title sequence, and it just looks great. The way it interacts with the space and the clouds and things, it just looks great. It's kind of like a mix between both of the 11th Doctor intros, and the music is just great too. Although I'm not convinced about the closing credits, but that doesn't really matter as much. And I'm not going to harp on about the console all day, but it's just so cool. It literally has everything, even a coffee machine, which is so random and out there, but also seems like something that would be in the TARDIS, you know what I mean? But that's about it for this video. Oh wait, no, because Donna just happened to spill coffee on the console and then it goes mental.
What's gonna go wrong? Oh my god, I'm
Fire starts spurting out of the console, which isn't really new to Doctor Who to be fair. The interior turns bright red as the roundels change colour, and the cloister bell starts ringing, and the TARDIS gets flung into the vortex, meaning it could land anywhere and anywhen. But most significantly, all of that happened from about half a mug's worth of coffee, so I'm surprised something like this hasn't actually happened before. And I'm sure the Doctor won't be using that coffee machine again anytime soon. If you're new here, I suggest you watch my review of all the Masters TARDIS add-ons in Gary's mod, and if you've been here before, I suggest you join my Discord for regular updates, and I'll see you after Wild Blue Yonder, I guess.